What you are looking at here is without a doubt and without a question the finest tops knife that I have ever reviewed. Stick around, you're going to want to check this thing out. Thank you for tuning into the Prepper's Bunker Outdoors. Ways to support this channel are available in the description box below. They range from simple things like affiliate links to companies like Brownells and PSA, to my Patreon, which is incredibly helpful, and my own brands, which include Beach and Tactical, where I primarily make dog accessories and rifle slings, custom made to order, with a huge selection of made in America mil-spec components, and my knife brand, Exodus Knife and Tool, that they're American-made knives made of a premium steel by a premium company, the most premium company, I think, in the country. White River Knife and Tool is my manufacturer. So if you like this content, think about supporting it. We've got a lot of different ways to do it. A lot of them cost you nothing. And if you don't like any of the ways to support this channel in the description box below, likes, comments, and shares always help a ton. Let's get you right back to the content. So what you're looking at here is the Tops Camp Creek Fire Edition. Really, really cool knife. S35 VN. We're going to throw the specs up here. And this is going to be a quick review. This knife is on loan to me from Justin at the Gear Shack. Justin owns a brick and mortar store in Kentucky. He's got a website. I'm going to put links to him in the description box below, to his website and his social media. Really cool guy, and he sells Work Sharp, tops, some Essie, Phoenix flashlights, little mixture of things. Good stuff. For that reason, this is neither a initial impressions review nor a long-term review. It's a quick review. And what I can say about this knife from relative use, feather sticking, doing some batoning, doing some food prep, is that it is so far and away the best tops knife that I've ever used that I wonder if they haven't completely turned around their manufacturing, outsourced this. I don't know what they did, but whatever they did, it's good, and I hope that they keep doing it. To start off here with the blade itself, we have a very nice high grind in S35 VN. Behind the edge thickness comes in exactly, as far as I could measure, every single time exactly at 30 thou. So what we have here, that is not typically what I would consider a game knife. This is a knife designed for game, I would guess, I would appear, you know, whatever, for skinning, meat prep, and the such. It's a little bit thicker than what I would consider to be appropriate for that. However, the thickness and the handle ergos make it very, very good as an all-around use knife. I mean, very good. So we've got jimping for your index finger here. Index, whatever. Jimping for your index finger here. We've got jimping for your thumb. A little bit more aggressive than I would generally like for the way that I use a knife, but it's not an issue. You can get used to it. Most people don't use their knives like I do anyways. And if I had this up in the cavity of a deer or something like that, this indexing point right here would be really nice. Not too much edge, not tip, not likely to stab myself. Really easy to have a very good idea of where this edge is without your eyes. The handle, likewise, I'll tell you or anybody else on the planet, I've had issues for well over a decade with general tops handle ergos being too tall and too square. Whereas this handle, slightly contoured there, wonderfully machined. It's a beautiful handle, guys. Very well rounded. This knife fits in your hand, fits in my hand, about as nice as any knife. Well-sized index area. Again, here we've got good guard, and our natural indexing without eyes is excellent. Nice big shape there. You know exactly where your hand is on the blade. Lanyard holes there with flared tubes. That's a nice addition and a nice touch. It all fits nice. It's fantastic. And this leather sheath, is actually great. Again, above and beyond my typical experiences with Tops knives. In my experience since 2009, every time I've gotten a Tops, out of everything that I don't like about it, the worst thing is the sheath. That's not the case here. This is a good leather sheath, red double stitching here, no metal rivets or anything like that. Whether that's a plus or a minus, I guess, is up to you. We've got holes here for putting a strap on it or whatever. I personally would wet form this. I'd get it wet, take, I don't know, a bunch of thick blankets, press it with a whole bunch of weight, let it dry, let it form to the knife. It would be better, but for a factory sheath, it's a great factory sheath. The whole thing comes in as a fantastic package. It is more expensive than some of the other Tops knife models, but Tops aren't cheap anyways, and in my opinion, it is easily worth the price difference. It is by far, again, I've already said this, the best Tops knife that I've ever had the pleasure of using. I would have absolutely no hesitation to recommend this knife to anybody for any purpose except if they were looking solely for a skinner, for a game knife, for a meat processing knife. I think that there are other options out there that are lighter weight and that have a much thinner edge and are going to hold that edge and cut much easier even after they've lost that edge due to it being much thinner. But for an all-around use knife, I wouldn't hesitate to take this thing out and do all of the above with the one blade. It's not thin enough that I worry about doing light batoning for my fire. It's not thin enough that I worry that with some feather sticking or with some woodwork that I'm going to warp or chip the edge. But it's also not so thick that it's an absolute nightmare. So this is a good deal, guys. Check out the description box below if you want to see the gear shacks, maybe support someone local, maybe support the little guy. Below that, of course, like you saw in the little intro, you can see ways that you can support my own brands and channel as well. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and I hope that you have a blessed day.